going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all come on in. Yes, we are here. We are here. We are up in here. If you guys have not seen, I had to hurry up and change the thumbnail. Oh my God. We have some interesting things to talk about for Scientology Sunday. It's been a minute. Shout out to all of you all. I hope you guys are doing well on this Sunday afternoon. I am physically tired, but it's all good. Because we got to go over this one. This one shocked me. Shout out to Sheriff for sending me this information. So if you guys have not seen the new thumbnail, man, we got to talk about this guy who, and I want to make sure I got this correct, right? What's going on, everybody? Francisca, how you doing? Shout out to my moms, y'all. Heidi, what's going on? Mindy, shout out to the moms. How you doing? Poetry Princess, how you doing? What's going on? CC, I'm here for it. Let me pull this up. So this right here,
Ron.
Police capture Hollywood killer Patrick Perry. That's new to me. Yo, this is so crazy. We got to watch this video. We got to watch this. We're not going to be too much longer because we do have the marathon for Candice coming up. But we got to get to this one. Let's start with the first few. It's two clips. They're very short. On Ron's kind of background that he gives as to what led to his arrest. If you guys were not aware, he ended up having to go to jail 43 days, spent $20,000 in legal fees, and got 12 months probation. Charged with a misdemeanor simple battery. I believe it was involving cornstarch. God. And the judge was an absolute a-hole. She should be reported to the JQC. The JQC is the Judicial Qualifications Commission, where they reprimand judges. They investigate and reprimand judges that get out of line. I'm all for making sure. Me having a godmother who's a retired federal magistrate judge does not mean that judges should not be held accountable when they step out of line and when they, violate the rules of conduct or canons that's set forth, in place for them to abide by. So there has to be a way to keep judges and even attorneys in check. And one of those ways is to file a complaint against them with the JQC, the Judicial Qualifications Commission. I do believe that it is termed similarly in the state of Florida. But each state has something, similar to a commission where they open investigations on active sitting judges when they violate those canons and rules of conduct. And that judge was just off. How do you say, I don't want to hear you talk about your YouTube channel when everything occurred in a video on YouTube? Make it make sense. So completely corrupt. If Scientology is sitting here able to buy judges, then more of a reason why we need to call them out. Why should we let a cult control our country again? Explain that to me. Why should they be given that much leverage and power? No. The judges need to be reminded. You want to see him be loyal to a cult? You cannot sit on this bench. That should be the message loud and clear. You can't make this up. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all come in and hit that like button. I was Cheryl. I see you up in here. How you doing? Y'all, let's get some music in. I gotta get some music in the background. If my voice sounds like it's just out, it is. I don't know if I'm coming out with a cold or what, but I am a bit exhausted. We had a long day yesterday. My son and I had some fun too, but I am tired. I'm definitely tired. Okay. So shout out to all of you all. What's going on, Saint? How you doing, honey? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. All my moms, I appreciate y'all. Man, you guys are awesome. I am blessed, honey. We are all blessed. It's a blessing just to see you all up in here. Hit that like button for me if you can when you come in. Hit that like button. Make sure you guys are sharing these live streams, whether we talk about Candice or Umar the Oompa Loompa or Scientology Sunday or Tiffany Henyard or whatever, whoever we're talking about, share the lives because we do have an expansive uh, array of topics that we discuss in the Lady Luck Club. It's just you get the dumb bots that don't go over the channel and they say all you talk about is one person. No, I have playlists on other stuff. You just don't watch it. But we want the other content to grow as well and expand outward because these are still things that, are matters that are important. I wonder how John Mappin feels about all of this. John Mappin, you got anything to say about somebody stabbing people to death in your coat? Is anybody going to ask John Mappin, how you feel about your cult member stabbing somebody to death in the United States of America while you trying to be a simp for Candace Owens? Can't make this up. Oh, child. What's going on, Cheryl? Shout out to my bods. Yes, I got your email, girl. You know this is juicy. You saw my thumbnails and title. I had to hurry up and change that. Oh, something else. You done messed up, AA Ron. Tina Marie, what's going on? Shout out to the boys. Shout out to our newest mod, Tina Marie. How you doing, Noah King? How you doing? What's going on, Noah? Are you good? Shout out to you. How's everybody? How's the family, honey? Oh, man, Trish Duggan got her butt in Florida now, spreading her billions all around. Lord have mercy. But they won't give me $7,000. I'm just insulted. Oh, man. The boy, the caddy asks what me to get $7,000. And I'm like, okay, where's it coming from? send me the money. They refuse to do it. It's unbelievable, Cheryl. Someone lost their life. Like, this is crazy. They never stay little for long. They don't. That's why we got to spend time with them. I would love nothing more this summer than to take my kids on a full 2-week vacation to Universal Studios, to be able to stay at the resort, to get all the fast passes, to be able to ride all the rides, including the Harry Potter train thing, something they've always wanted to do, just things that I have never been able to fully do with them. We've been traveling before, but just to be able to do it on that level, I would love nothing more than that. My oldest son will be turning 18 this year, so it would just be an awesome family, just me and my 2 boys, my young men, family vacation to celebrate my kids and stuff before they go back to school. And my oldest goes off to being independent. He's a young man, very smart and intelligent. Both of my boys, I have some great kids. And I love celebrating them being the young men that they are. Very respectful, mannerable, sweet kids. I love my babies. And I would love nothing more to be able to take them on like a 2-week vacation. I would have to work my butt off for that. And when I say work my butt off, shy of hitting the lottery. I would have to put in many hours in working here on YouTube. So spread the word of the content. Let's get more views. Let's get the likes up, thumbs up, and then hopefully YouTube pay me more money so I can save up money to take my kids on a vacation. I would love to do that. And make the most of this summer with them. That will be an absolute blessing for me. Like little things like that is what I pray for. I pray to be able to be blessed to take my kids on a vacation. Just to enjoy my children and have fun with them. That's what I value. Does that make sense? And you gotta enjoy life and live it while you're here. So create those memories with your family, with your kids. That's why I hate when these candy asses come up in here talking about, have you gotten your $7,000? No, I haven't. Can you tell? Can Can you tell your cult leader to just give me the money so I can book this vacation? You kidding me? Because I would need about $7,000 to do that. 2 good weeks at the rate they eat. Yeah, I would need $7,000. You kidding me? Child poo. I would love nothing more. As a matter of fact, add another zero to that. Give me $70,000. That way I can go on that vacation, come back, get all their school clothes and everything, and they'll be straight for a whole school year. Child boo. What are these rich donors when you need them? You can make this stuff up. Till then, I gotta keep working and pushing hard. Man. Let's not forget, they're in a cult where their cult leader is a multimillionaire. So, they throwing out $7,000 like it's candy. It's like, I haven't gotten one, but I'll wait for it. She can send me 3 payments of $7,000. I mean, when is that going to happen? Get chabu. They act like that scares me. No, it doesn't. That doesn't scare me at all. I'm sitting back waiting for it. Give me the money. Can't make this up. Shout out to you, Heidi. How you doing? Thank you for becoming a new member. Shout out to you. I hate Patrick Perry's Paige Shield. I can't believe it took a person's life. Y'all, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to this. Shout out to Heidi for becoming a new member. Thank you so much for your support. In the blink of an eye, she will be going to school for the first time. Then she will start middle school, high school, college, and then marriage. Exactly. My boys are my oldest is going to his senior year. And he'll be graduating next year. And then next thing you know, all right, Mom, I'm going to get my own place. Words that I long to hear. It's just a sign of independence and growth. That's all. And I'm excited about how God is going to bless my boys to be the young men that he's called them to be. And they do have their father as guidance. They do have a father. I don't know why anyone would think they don't. Somebody talking about I need to find their dad. I was married for 12 years. They have a father. But they do have a father to help guide them and to, co-parent and raise as well, and give them more wisdom to help them become the young man that God called them to be. And I continue to pray for my kids and spend time with them and be the best mom I can. So that's why I love my children. I love my children, period. But I love to celebrate them because I want them to know that the positive reinforcement, that positive encouragement goes a long way. And my kids are a ton of fun. I have a good time with my kids. That's so much fun. What's going on? What's going on? Did I get everybody up in here? Francisca, you doing okay? I hope I read all the information you sent over. Francisca did 2 analyses on that cease and desist. And also no reply, sent some information over. I have some great researchers over here in the LLC. So we got some information that we'll be checking out in the Candice Marathon today. We will do a watch party on Paramount Tactical, as well as check out some of Ben Shapiro's video of Candice going to Russia. Is she about to be a traitor to this country or what? Candice, you going over there to be a traitor, you might as well just plan to stay there forever. Like Edward Snowden. Don't come back. Can't make this up. Cheryl said, I just took the kids deep sea fishing, brought home scallop, shrimp, flounder, shark, snapper, 120 pounds. I'm so jealous and I'm hungry. See? Oh, speaking of that person that said, LC, did you see the new video? Send him $100 a sticker, letting him know he had been served. Yes. Wow, that is iconic. Iconic. Yeah, I got a good laugh in that one. And I was like, oh, well done. Well done. That alternative service is something else, ain't it? It's sometimes just the way to go. I don't understand. If you're not scared to go to court, don't dodge service. Just go ahead and accept service. Keep living. Go to court. It's crazy. You don't dodge service talking about I ain't scared of you. Oh, okay. Well, stop dodging service. It's not even me you should be scared of. See, exercising of the law. That's how that works. Can't make this stuff up. All right, y'all. Let's get started. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I don't care if it's 15 or 25 or 1,500. I appreciate you all nonetheless. You choose to hang out with me on this fantastic, in my area, cloudy, rainy Sunday, but we're here. So hit the 4 where you can see it here, because we got a lot of videos to cover. Let's get to it. Okay, now.
Pat, I knew I could come here and ask you for help. Claudio and Renato Lugli have been trying to reach their son for the last 10 years. Is there any way that you could allow Flavio Lugli to contact his parents? Aaron? They're trying to reach him. Ow! Ow! What did you just do? You just hurt me. You just injured my foot. This isn't trespassing. You're lying. This is the property line. The property line is right here. You just committed battery on me.
Wow. Yo, that was crazy.
On February 25th, 2025, Aaron Smith Levin, along with fellow second-generation Scientologists Jenna Miscavige and Serge Del Mar, attended the Los Angeles Police Commissioners meeting, and each of them spoke to raise awareness of Scientology's CANRA violations.
I can tell you from personal experience of having been a Scientologist and a Sea Org member, it is 100% directly against Scientology policy to ever report another Scientologist to the civil authorities at any time.
But they don't have a problem paying off judges and attorneys and police officers. Why would you need to pay them off if you don't have to worry about being reported to them? So they don't care about being held responsible, clearly, right? Because it's a cult. And these cult members believe that they supersede our laws here in the United States of America. Why are they here? Why don't they just go buy some land and start their own damn commune somewhere outside of the United States of America? If that be the case, if they're so smart, why can't they start their own commune, create their own financial flow and revenue, make their own money, create their own trade, just start their own little nation somewhere else outside of the United States of America and coexist on their own as an independent cult and leave the rest of us out of their bullshit. They want our US dollars and our US soil for what? But they're not smart enough to go and start over on their own somewhere else, anywhere else on earth. If the Dugans are sitting here spending money in Florida, why can't they spend money to buy an island somewhere outside of the U.S.? Go to the Ring of Fire and get one of those islands. Might not even be occupied. You might be able to have a whole island to yourself. Go create some houses and some buildings. Purchase that area. And then you can do what you want to do in your country. And leave us out of it. They're sitting over here buying our judges, our attorneys, our land, our buildings. For what? Go buy your own land outside the U.S. Start your own currency. Go do your own trading. Create your own stock markets. Leave us out of it. They'd rather infiltrate the U.S. as opposed to just do their own damn thing. Somewhere outside in the middle of the ocean somewhere. You can't make this up. But they could build their own buildings on their own land and purchase their own land somewhere outside of the U.S. and U.S. territories. Isn't the Ring of Fire available? There's a whole ring of islands around a bunch of underwater volcanoes called the Ring of Fire. Just go buy one of those islands that look deserted. And then do what you want to do. I'm sure South America would, love to take all those millions of dollars. Pull a full Jim Jones, just go all the way there. And leave us alone. No, they want to have a commune in the U.S. Why? Get out. Get out of our country. You don't like our laws, leave. Go to South America. Go buy that Jim Jones coat compound and take your people there. And then build your own buildings and do what you want to do there. Grow your own food. Create your own currency or your own stores. They can do everything there in their own compound in a whole nother country in a totally different continent. Why is that so hard for this cult to do that? Is it because they're stupid? Oh, Cece said because they couldn't recruit new members. Cheryl said, I hold the big donors more accountable than anyone. They fund everything. Exactly. And yet, Cheryl, you would think they want to say, listen, we want to live lawless. We want to be rebellious. We don't want to be held to U.S. laws. We don't want to stand before judges and U.S. courts. Let's just go to a different continent, buy some land, and we can start our own little commune. And we don't have to worry about living and existing under U.S. laws at all. And then we can just totally do what we want to do. Far, far away from the U.S. and its territories. That sounds like a good idea to me. It's the one thing that Jim Jones didn't do. He said, you know what? I can't stand the U.S. I'm leaving. I hate what the end result was, but he at least left the country. You can't make this stuff up. No, they want to take over our country and expect us to be okay with it. And when we don't like it, have people shut down, dox. No, just go buy your own land and get the hell out. Like, it's so crazy. That to me is the simplest thing to do. Lord, you can't make this.
For any reason, including child rape.
Oh my God.
Reporting another Scientologist to the civil authorities gets you expelled from Scientology. Raping doesn't get you expelled. Reporting it does get you expelled. Canberra is the law of the land. This is the standard we are asking Scientology to be held to. It is the standard all the religions are held to. We ask that a grand jury be impaneled in LA to investigate cover-up of child sex crimes within Scientology. We have copies of transcripts of our statements and some supplemental information for anybody who would like a copy.
As a result of this meeting, it was revealed in January 2026 that a criminal investigation has been launched into Scientology's CANRA violations. This should result in a groundbreaking criminal trial and will be hard for Scientology to buy their way out of, as they have done historically with many civil suits.
Ron.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know what they could do? Take away their actual tax exempt status. That'll do it. Yeah, that'll piss them off. Then they'll realize, oh, shoot, the United States have armed military forces and we don't. No amount of money is going to actually get them to win that war. Create a war against the U.S. if you want to, Scientology. We will win. We have tanks. Like, would it be hard to roll a tank over their compound? No. What would they be able to do about it? Nothing. That's sometimes you got to show your might. Show your prowess. Show you the power that you have. You have a whole country behind you. You think most Americans want a cult to take over? No, we don't. You understand how many people would help us fight to take down Scientology? Probably have other countries aiding in the fight. Oh, y'all trying to take down this dumb cult? Oh, okay, cool. What y'all need? Tanks, missiles, what you need? Something to help shock the ground, take down the buildings and stuff? Yeah. You want some snipers? You really think it would be hard to take them out? No, it wouldn't. They just need to do it. And stop being paid out. You can't make this up. The rest of them, lock them up or send them to Guantanamo Bay, whatever. And free all the ones that don't want to be there. Give them back to their families. The idea that they're holding people hostage is disgusting.
Why didn't you say it the first time I said Aaron?
Because it's pronounced Aaron.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Aaron is here. Welcome back, everybody, for more SPTV, where every day is a great day not to be in a cult. Okay, a bit of an update on a video I did about a week ago. And this is about notorious Hollywood killer, suspected Scientology agent and friend of the show, Patrick Perry. What a small world, how this has all come full circle. Patrick Perry is a guy who, when the protests started, the live streaming protest started outside of the Scientology Recruitment Center on Hollywood Boulevard, I want to say 2 years ago now. All of a sudden, this guy, Patrick Perry, started showing up with his dog. Patrick Perry, this grizzly veteran with PTSD, always showing up around the protesters, asking them why they're giving Scientology such a hard time, and letting his dog actually snip at and lunge at, and in some cases even bite protesters. And then I want to say 2 years ago now, but time is a blur to me these days. I was in front of the Hollywood test.
Using that dog as a weapon. He should have went to jail for aggravated assault and battery. Why didn't he go to jail? Like, this stuff is crazy. The dog would bite people. Did it? I mean, you talking about people being bit, having to get a shot. You go get tested to make sure they didn't get any other diseases. The black lady with the short hair on the panel is a Scientologist. What? Hey, Sherry, how you doing, honey? What's going on? Juju, how you doing? Shout out to the moms. Y'all good? I appreciate you all. The biggest everyday mission is to keep everyone inside doing the work. Y'all, it's so crazy. It's like they can do this in their own country. They could leave the U.S. and get the hell on. This is crazy. LLC, we went out to Brunswick. That would be a great trip for y'all. Oh, and close by. I gotta look that up. What is it? Is it something to do like theme parks and stuff like that? My kids love theme parks. Oh my goodness. They got their heart set on that Universal Studios. I'm gonna tell you that right now. We can spend a whole 2 weeks there for real. Even a good week. But we definitely could do 2 weeks. But a good week, just going to Universal Studios, the Island of Adventure, and that water park for a whole week on the resort. Child, we could conquer that. They would enjoy that. As long as we have fast passes, I'm good, because I don't like waiting in lines. So y'all see, I'm working hard, man. I'm working hard. Trying to get the views up. I want YouTube to give me $7,000 since candy asses don't want to give me the $7,000. Yes, I want to take my kids on a vacation. I have some great children, and they deserve it. Oh, my goodness. All right, y'all. You're closer to Dollywood. Didn't they close that? I think they shut that down. I can get to Orlando in 6 hours. Probably take me about the same time to get to Dollywood. But I can get to Orlando in 6 hours. Like 6 hours and 40 minutes. Oh, yeah. It wouldn't take me time at all. And that's driving the speed limit. That's not driving fast. That's the speed limit. Oh, man. That would be awesome. This is crazy here. So, it's my understanding Patrick Perry so far was out antagonizing protesters who are against an entire cult existing in the United States of America and allowed his dog to bite people, as opposed to just leaving people alone while they exercise free speech and expression and the right to protest. That is a constitutionally protected activity. This asswipe is not only using his dog to assault people, but he's violating the constitutional rights of people being able to protest. And Scientology, once again, shows they have no regard for our U.S. laws or our Constitution. They don't care. That's why they need to get the hell out of our country. Can't make this up.
Center. And Patrick doing a Scientology protest, and Patrick Perry walks by, and I'm talking to my chat, and I go, "Oh my God, it's the guy who uses his dog as a weapon against the protesters." We called him the Squirrel Squad back then. And lo and behold, within about 30 seconds, Patrick Perry had attacked me, punched me in the head, and sicked his dog on me, resulting in an incident where I got arrested. So anyway, let me just give you an update, because when I did the story last week, I shared with you guys a news story of Patrick Perry's dog attacking somebody yet again, except this time the person who got attacked injured the dog. And then Patrick Perry then killed the guy with a knife.
This is crazy.
Now, the story that I shared last week, it involved multiple people were involved in the attack. Some of the people were arrested. Some of the people had not yet been arrested. Last week, I was under the impression that Patrick Perry was one of the people who had already been arrested. But it turns out he was the one that's been on the run the whole time. He was the fugitive. All right. The LAPD has.
Oh, hell. So why is he on the run? You see how these cowardly cult members act? Now he's on the run? Well, he went on the run. I believe they caught him. So he sent his dog to go after somebody, used the dog as a weapon. The person fought the dog back, probably knocked the dog the hell out. And then he turned around and took a human life because his dog was used as a weapon to attack someone. And that person had every right to defend themselves. And then he turns around and takes that person's life by stabbing them to death. And these people want to infiltrate our country and take over and have a disregard for our laws and human life. You can't make this up.
Now captured notorious Hollywood killer and friend of the show, Patrick Perry. So I wanted to share with you guys the news update and just a little bit of footage. And this will be a short one today. Okay, let's look at this article. Oh, and by the way, since we're talking about Hollywood and my two special guests in the background, Maverick himself, Tom Cruise, and the one and only famous Scientology Shannon. If anybody would like to join our Scientology protest in Hollywood that we'll be doing this week, please shoot me an email at growingupinscientology@gmail.com and we'll coordinate. All right, let's look at this article, you guys. Family calls for justice in dog attack, family calls for justice in dog attack, killing of man on Hollywood Walk of Fame. Guys, this murder occurred literally across the street from the Scientology Test Center. This murder was done by a guy who was a friend to the Scientology Recruitment Center. Scientology talks about clearing the planet, clearing the world, fixing all the world's problems with Scientology, guys. They can't even clear their block. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Barry Henderson, 37, was beaten and stabbed in a group attack near the Walk of Fame on May 20th. His family said the brutal assault was unprovoked. LAPD have arrested 3 men in connection with the attack, but 1 suspect remains outstanding. Okay. All right, we're going to keep reading. I'm telling you, this article says Patrick Perry has now been arrested. So who it is that is still on the run, I do not know. All right, let's keep going. The family of a Hollywood man is demanding justice after their loved one was attacked by a dog, beaten, and then stabbed to death in a wild group attack on the Walk of Fame last week. Barry Henderson, 37, was attacked by a dog while waiting for a bus near the intersection of Hollywood Boulevard and Las Palmas around 3:30 p.m. on May 20th. Surveillance video captured at a nearby 7-Eleven and posted online by a community activist shows Henderson running across Hollywood Boulevard while the dog bites at his ankles. A group of men gives chase, according to the video, and one can be seen holding a weapon. The group then surrounds the victim on the other side of the street and can be seen punching and kicking him. LAPD spokesperson said the victim suffered multiple stab wounds and was pronounced dead at a hospital a short time later. Police arrested 3 suspects that day. Fuller Bruce Lamont Jr., Hernandez Ifao, and Garcia Robert Anthony. Anthony allegedly beat the victim and struck him repeatedly with a small bat. The dog's owner, Patrick Perry, was arrested on May 28th. That's 2 days ago. Who said detectives believe Perry stabbed the victim.
Wow.
A man by the same name was arrested in the same area in 2024 for getting into a fight outside of a Church of Scientology building on the Walk of Fame. Police said that Perry is 55 years old. The man described in the 2024 news story was 52 years old at the time, still referring to Patrick Perry. All 4 men were arrested on suspicion.
This piece of crap, 55 years old, is now about to face murder charges because he weaponized his dog to attack a man that was standing at the bus stop. It didn't even sound like the man was doing a protest or anything. He was just at the bus stop minding his own business. And even if he was protesting, so what? We have the right to do that in this country. And you got cult members trying to infringe upon people's constitutional rights, trying to keep people from protesting. And yet it's so far-fetched for them to be kicked out of our country again. Why? They don't have to be here. We can just add their asses to the deportation list. Send them all to John Mappa's house.
Of murder. and are being held in lieu of a $2 million bond. Wow. It was not immediately clear if a case had been presented to the LA County District Attorney's Office. Unbelievable. Okay, so it said at least one local activist said he had expressed concern about Patrick Perry and his dog before. William Good, better known online under the handle Film the Police LA, and also better known by my audience as Streets LA or Scientology Audit, claimed that Patrick Perry's dog had bitten him in the past. Good also sent the LAPD video of a man he identified as Patrick Perry threatening him with a collapsible baton in 2024. The man in the video can be seen holding a dog on a leash that looks similar to the one captured in the surveillance footage of Henderson's killing. Police officials wrote back to William Good in 2024 that an investigation had been opened. It was not immediately clear what happened in that investigation. Blah, 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 blah. Now, what's incredible is that when I reviewed the footage of the incident between Patrick Perry and me, Patrick threatened to kill me. Okay.
Wow.
And the LAPD did nothing. I was arrested. No, yes, they arrested Patrick as well. But I was the one treated as the actual criminal. By the way, let me actually show you this too. This is a compilation I did of the footage that was shown on the news, but the news showed it in like bits and pieces. This is the surveillance footage, I guess, from the 7-Eleven, I guess. You can see the guy going out into the street being pursued by the dog right there. You can see the guy running with his hand at his waist and a bat in his hand. Another article I read said that one of these guys had a machete. I don't know if that means Patrick. They're saying Patrick is the one who stabbed the guy, so maybe Patrick was the one with the machete. But look at them. The guy's on the ground, surrounding him, beating him, stabbing him. All around, Rick, I think this is the guy who was actually killed right there. Let me show you this footage. This is the incident with me and Patrick Perry.
Hold on.
Guy running with his hand at his waist and a bat in his hand. Another article I read said that one of these guys had a machete. I don't know if that means Patrick. They're saying Patrick is the one who stabbed the guy, so maybe Patrick was the one with the machete. But look at them. The guy's on the ground, surrounding him, beating him, stabbing him. All around, Greg, I think this is the guy who was actually killed right there. Let me show you.
In broad daylight on U.S. soil. And the police are scared of a coat. Because they would rather get paid out by a cult that believe in aliens and Thetans. And Xenu, the princess boy girl warrior. Then our rule of law and justice being served. Preserving human life. No, they would rather cult members that believe in a Xenu and a Thetan. Taking someone's life and just getting paid out by these people. As opposed to saying, no, y'all can get the hell out of our country and take your money and go buy your own island and start your own nation. Leave us be. This is insane. This is insane. Being paid out by a bunch of cult members that believe in a dumb alien.
This footage. This is the incident with me and Patrick Perry.
Dude.
All right, man.
That's the guy who used his dog as a weapon against the Squirrel Squad. Are you the guy who used your dog as a weapon against the Squirrel Squad? Huh?
Don't point that at me. Number one, I don't know you. I don't give a fuck about your agenda. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm a private citizen. Leave me the fuck alone for your own safety.
No. You can't be a private citizen and invoke yourself into the public by disrupting protesters. Especially when you're out in the public doing this consistently. Nope. It's not how laws work. So he's an idiot as well. That poor dog is the only thing I feel sorry for, because the dog was used as a weapon to bite and attack people who are exercising their constitutional rights. We have the right to protest. And this idiot weaponized a dog to attack people who were exercising their constitutional rights to protest. A stupid cult that should not even exist in the first place. Not in the United States of America. Why don't they take that cult to the continent of Africa? Let's see how that goes. Or India. Why don't they take that cult to some country in Africa? out there in the wilds, in the woods or somewhere. Let's see how they go. I dare you. I dare Scientology move everybody to the continent of Africa, in a country in Africa, and then try to take over villages and all that other stuff in these African countries. See how well that works. Or go to Russia. Pull that stunt in Russia. Candice, you take John Mappin with you. And let's see how Putin takes well to him talking about it. I'm going to audit you to see if you've got Thetans in you. Let's see how that response goes. Now, they don't go after people they know will whoop their ass. They do this because the U.S. we can't allow this to happen. We got to toughen up a lot more.
On a public sidewalk right here.
You can see me. I'm not pursuing him. He's walking away from me. I'm standing there on the sidewalk. I'm about to walk towards the center of the sidewalk, but I don't chase after him.
Hey, I'm not free to be fucking harassing, asshole. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm a convict.
I don't even put my hands up to push him away from me. He just comes right up to my face. He's got his dog sniffing at me. I don't even make any movement towards him whatsoever. He just knocked the phone out of my hands. I'm about to go reach for my phone. He's about to swap my phone away, and then I'm about to go get it, and he punches me in the head and lets go of his dog.
He should not have been able to do that.
And I don't know if you can actually hear the audio there. He then threatens to kill me. The guy's clearly a danger to society. And actually, so William, who was quoted in the LAPD Times, the LA Times article, he sent me a message. He goes, "Oh, funny how things have a way of working back around. Maybe if the LAPD arrested Patrick Perry all the times that he's assaulted people, this death could have been avoided." But I think there may possibly be other reasons why the LAPD has tolerated Patrick Perry's menacing, threatening, and assaulting behavior. I mean, I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's crazy to speculate that perhaps Patrick Perry has been an informant to the LAPD. So what does that do now that their possible informant is now, being held in jail on murder charges? I don't know. Maybe that's just how it works when the people who are your informants are, some of the bad guys. Maybe that's just how it works. By the way, here is back from January 2024, the article about the incident that occurred with me and Patrick Perry. Man arrested after fight near Church of Scientology in Hollywood. Police added that they are aware of an increasing number of activists in and around the Church of Scientology in the Hollywood area. A man was arrested on suspicion of battery and subsequently released on his own recognizance for allegedly fighting another man near a Scientology building in Hollywood. The suspect was identified as Patrick Perry, 52, who was arrested at about 4 p.m. on Friday, Hollywood Boulevard and Highland. Perry and another man, that other man was me, was taken to the department's Hollywood station where Perry's alleged combatant was interviewed and released. LAPD said, in addition to interviewing the parties involved, detectives reviewed a significant amount of video evidence. The individual arrested has no known association with the Church of Scientology. They are, in that quote, referring to Patrick Perry. The thing is, I was never even interviewed at the police station. I was brought to the police station, chained to a bench with my arms behind my back for a few hours. They then attempted to chain me up in the bathroom. This was thanks to LAPD officer Timmy Tallman, friend to Scientology and a frequent performer at their Christmas parties. For some reason, Timmy, the tool bag Tallman, tried to chain me up in the bathroom. It was another LAPD officer who walked by that looked and is like, "What's going on here? Ew, get him out of there. Put him in the holding cell where I could actually have my handcuffs taken off, or at least separated so that I didn't have them behind my back." I was never interviewed. I was never questioned. I was just kept chained up for hours and then told that I could go. And I was still treated like I should be thankful they were letting me go. Wow. Literally nothing happened, but me having been the victim of a crime, the police treated me like a criminal, chained me up like a criminal, continued to treat me like a criminal, and then denied I'd ever been arrested. Absolutely incredible. So there you go, guys. Now that the Hollywood killer is off of the streets, we will be getting back out there to Hollywood Boulevard. Once again, come and join us the next time we're out there with Tom Cruise and Scientology Shannon. Shoot me an email, growingupinscientology@gmail.com, and I'll let you know when we're going to be out there next. Okay, some starred comments, and we'll wrap this up. KWNY Upstate. I wonder if he will testify and explain how Scientology encouraged him to attack protesters. Jojo, it was insane that you got taken to the cop shop and he walked off free as a bird. My 5 cents for you. That day I learned how insanely corrupt LAPD is and that Scientology is paying them off. Matt Elliott, it was also insane that the cops let him empty his own pockets of how many knives? I think it was at least 5 or 6 knives. Mrs. Bramlett Jr. Months after Aaron's attack, that same dog tried to bite an innocent Asian teenage girl in front of the test center. She was only unharmed because she pulled her elbow away at the last minute. Constance Jr. I remember last year someone stabbed Patrick in the hand. Streets went to check on the dog. Patrick thanked him. Force of delightful nature. I feel so bad for the dog. His owner weaponized him. Lauren, if the dog bite history, if dog has bite history, they probably won't be adopting him out anytime. Actually, that awful human abused his dog horribly. Scott should talk to a lawyer and see if he can sue the LAPD and the city for negligence and allowing the attacks to continue. He'd attacked others before you. The latest incident proves he was dangerous. For my incident, I did consult with a high-powered federal, a high-powered attorney with federal prosecutorial experience, and was pretty much advised it's probably a waste of time to pursue a lawsuit for what happened to me. Otherwise, I don't think I have any standing personally to pursue any continued anything with respect to continued activity of the dog. But I do definitely get your point. Tim,
Why would it be a waste? Other than the fact that it's obvious that they're paying off judges and the LAPD. Why would it be a waste? At some point, we got to start somewhere. We got to start somewhere. And then when he's out here being attacked, there were way too many people just standing around not doing anything. This is what I mean by y'all. We got to start fighting back together. This is crazy. I would be pissed off if an attorney told me that. What you mean? Hold on. Why would it be a waste of time? So a person now has lost their life. When, if I would have sued them, that probably would have slowed them down. Now a person has lost their life. And you trust that the criminal investigation is going to go the way it should go? Or you think that the police department is going to try to sweep all of this under the rug and make a deal with the prosecutors to take it easy on him? So if he doesn't get any prison time, then what? And then if the family tries to sue for wrongful death, we can all imagine how that's going to go, because that would be a civil proceeding. Everything can't be brushed off. Sometimes it's just a matter of principle. Well, you think you're going to get millions of dollars is irrelevant. I see it as this. When we fight, I know for me, I'm not just fighting for myself. I'm fighting for any future persons that come into the situation that may not know how to fight. Even with my understanding of the law, I don't know everything. But if it's a situation where I can help ease the burden of the next person coming behind me, who may not know anything at all on what to do, sometimes you fight for the next person, not just for yourself. Does that make sense? Once again, I don't understand this dumbass cult. Why they want to be here and force themselves upon us, upon Americans. Get out of our country. Go start your own commune in a different continent and leave us alone. Take this murdering bastard with you and put the dog in a vet somewhere where this dog can have a retraining. Dog being used as a weapon. The dog is the only person I feel bad for the victim, and I feel bad for the dog. You got a killer out here that are using dogs to attack people, and he just stabbed the man in broad daylight. You can't make this up, and the LAPD still want to stand behind him as an informant? Oh my God. It's so gross. Oh, it's so gross. Yeah, I just, man, my mind's blown.
Alman going to arrest the dead guy. Jojo, he was sent to cause trouble. Remember, he was hidden around the corner. Bilfy, family of victims should talk to a plaintiff's attorney. I'm sure they are. My sense for you, I wish Patrick Perry was investigated how and if he was hired by the cult of Scientology. Scott, you weren't arrested and interviewed, just illegally detained for hours in a toilet. And Scientology Money Project, no known association with the LAPD can be challenged, especially via Timmy Tallman and his LAPD command structure. There you go. All right, guys, short but sweet. That's all I have on this one. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here.
Oh, she's so adorable. Who's that? Who's baby? Was that his baby? Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. So Patrick Perry should be in prison forever. Period. Forever. I can't. I don't know what I would do if I would have witnessed someone
Hey,
being
Ron,
murdered
here.
in broad daylight like this. Just broad daylight. Out on the street in front of everybody. And to see that happening and then risk being attacked if you try to help him. Look at this. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Broad daylight. You can't make this up. Oh, this is terrible, man. This is terrible. And yet, as opposed to the LAPD and our government saying, listen, we're not being bought off. Y'all can take y'all coach's ass somewhere else and get the hell on. Force them out. No, they'd rather just take their little money. And for what? But yet and still, when it's time for the LAPD to get questioned and investigated, then they want to sweep everything under the rug. If you have to sweep things under the rug, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Don't sit here and take bribery money from a cult that believe in aliens. And they get upset when you get questioned as to why you're sitting here accepting bribery money. Why you're allowing a cult that believe in aliens to buy your loyalty. I stand on it. And then when they get kicked the hell out of here, go with them. This is madness. This man did not have to lose his life. He did not have to lose his life. And yet he did. And for what? A dog being used as a weapon. And it's like they use the dog as a weapon knowing that the dog is going to attack. And if you dare fight back and defend yourself, then they try to use that as a way to say, well, we defended the dog because he was kicking and attacking the dog. Yeah, but the dog is the aggressor being used as a weapon here. The owners should be held accountable for the dog attacking other people, especially when it's not on a leash. Don't they have leash laws in California? Oh my God, you can't make this up. Y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, they're too desperate. What's that now? Cheryl, boy, I can't believe this. The poor dog. They're going to have to put the dog down. They have orgs in Africa, but don't make any money off them. Oh, well, they certainly need to be sent there. Tell them to make their own currency. Stop using our money. Aaron's daughter, she's grown now. Is she? That was certainly adorable. Yeah, I just had to show you all this. They got people that they're protecting that are murderers and weaponizing dogs. And you got our police departments, our judges, trying to defend and protect a cult that believes in Xenu, the boy-girl princess warrior, and Thetans, aliens. You can't make this up, man. It's so disgusting. Scientology doesn't pay my bills, so I owe them nothing. And that should be the sentiment of everyone. We don't want cults thriving in the United States. And then they infiltrate the government because they simply want a tax-exempt status. So they don't want to pay their fair share of taxes. They want to control everything. Kick their bum asses out of here. We got tanks. What are we doing? You can't make this up, man. That's all I got for this one, you all. I hope you all enjoyed Scientology Sunday. It's turning into a true crime series for sure. We're definitely going to have to keep up on this case. Patrick Perry should be underneath the prison. And unfortunately, the dog may have to be put down. Because I don't know if you can retrain a dog and give a dog that type of therapy that it would need after being used as a weapon to attack people like that. And you can only imagine what the dog had been subjected to all this time. When it's not out attacking people, what the dog is being subjected to. So it might come down to them having to put the dog down. And that's the worst part about it. It's just, it's sad all around. A man lost his life. He lost his life. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you all. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure that you hype this video. Hype the video. All of that helps here in the LLC. Subscribe if you have not subscribed to the Lady Luck Club. Let's continue to see the LLC grow and prosper and do well. I'm excited. I'm going to go ahead and go into the Candace Owens Marathon so I can get some rest tonight. Thank you all so much for your support. And we'll be back at it next week. We'll be monitoring this case. And hopefully, somebody will do the right thing if they call themselves an American patriot. But somehow they allow Xenu Thetan dollars to take priority over upholding the rule of law. The LAPD sucks. They suck. Either way, that's all I got for this one. Y'all be good. And I will see you all in the next one. Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.